Okay, yeah, I'm getting a quick lighting. I'd mentioned before, yeah, I was just talking about this hat. I have a skull, well, I had a skull cap. I'm trying to find another one that has this design. And the way the light's shining, there's a little bit distinguishable. It looks a little bit more like red, but really there's red and orange, and then the yellow right below it. It's just the fabric is kind of what it is right now. It's kind of presenting that little glossy thing. It kind of makes it some of the colors that are more so on the fluorescent. It's referred to as like neon, like neon lights and fluorescent as far as what seems to project the saturation um, beyond, just the surface is kind of the way it looks really. And really, truthfully, on a human night involving like neon lights, that's really what it does anyway. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get a look at it. I'm trying to find the skull cap that's just kind of like, I was thinking about that LGBT and like the fiction and real estate and all the songs I practiced in the 80s, and it's kind of like I just mentioned some factors about the commercial venue of living quarters and like a fixture in real estate, and like the EBT, and it's kind of like this hat right here is like a LGBT as far as its identifying factors, and it's kind of like it kind of almost like click with like a ZZ Top songs of like She's Got Legs, or what the EBT, and I mentioned something about like a source of electronic, um, I don't know if I'd call it funding in a way of a distribution as far as like electronic, the categorization that represents maybe more so of an international banking system than really money itself. But yeah, that's what the categorization is obviously about, of multiple international banking systems and electronic power. Anyway, so I was thinking about that because it's kind of like like I have the LG air conditioner. It's like I haven't seen or had anything better than the LG. Is kind of like a dual inverter. It's like really good. But anyway, I was thinking about the LG thing, and it's kind of like it's just now really kind of about the LGBT, and my thing about that. I was thinking about the EBT and what the BT is to like 22, and the FDIC, or the categorization of 22, or well, anyway, it's kind of like something about the EBT, and the LG is kind of like the leg thing. The BT is kind of like it's kind of like thinking about that fixture in real estate in the way of like a commercial venue of living quarters, like a grocery store. It's kind of like really, it's kind of like beyond the grocery store. Who's in the neighborhood that's having a problem? You know, um, getting about programming of like K television, K radio. It's like who's really having a a civil issue of programming, right? But anyway, so like let's think about that because of the English Parliament and all the province, and my thought about like England, English pound in a way, or even the euro and the E equal MC squared that I was referring to. But the LG is kind of like this hat that you're looking at that I'm wearing right now. It's like the rainbow, and the rainbow it's kind of like this. I just like this hat because of its design. It's a little bit more clear. It has just a little bit of glare that kind of glazes it doesn't show the orange quite as much. It kind of looks like it's bleeding in each other from the red and orange. But anyway, it's just the way the lights kind of reflect on it. But anyway, I have a skull cap that's like real close to the same design. It's like real cool. Anyway, like I'm trying to find it because it's kind of like the LGBT. It's like LG is like 19 and S, and my thing about the word itself. But anyway, as far as the EBT goes, it seems to be like really what the deal is like above neighborhoods, or maybe even the thought of the 9-hole golf courses in a way of only maybe what chartering districting is only may or may not mean. If that's the only difference of like some thought of like a PG-13 rating, I would almost assume that it would have to be that of like a chartering district and zoning, or what that is in that way. But anyway, yeah. So like yeah. So I was thinking about that because the LG air conditioner with the dual inverters. I mean, they hadn't been around. I think they're one of the newers that's been consistent in manufacturing and distribution that way. But in any case, it's kind of like the LZ thing about it. And anyway, so like that fixture in real estate being like the EBT swipe is, my thought of like really the difference between like what money is as like a representative of the U.S. dollar, both sides, as a direct deposit, and a commercial venue of a checking account representing, commercial paper in a way of what paper is and what paper might only seem to be, or like a defective issue of like a where's the identity going beyond the transaction to the bank, or really what that is in product registration or really, or citizenship and birthrights, or once again the degree level about the international citizenship, or so many factors. So I mean, my thing about the commercial venue of living quarters, including the grocery store, about what a fixture in real estate is, or what really seems to be that deal about advertisement, that way of commercial venue of like communications, presenting some of the products that are available as far as what normally used to be automatically, a U.S. patent thing of importing and exporting, or, now it's kind of like, why a patent is not a copyright, or patent pending in the way of, something about telekinetic world. But anyway, yeah, so like, I just wanted to throw that in there, and just look at the lighting, because I might turn on all my 3D animations, some lasers, and I might even hook up a fire machine, but like, I don't think I'm going to do it like real soon, but anyway, I might light up the entire room here with my lighting trust maybe here in a few days, maybe. Whatever, I might not. I'm getting close to where I'm getting to maybe considering setting my drums up maybe, but I mean I would have already done it, but yeah, so it's so I just wanted to throw that in there so I'd have it as a reminder about the the EBT and what that is to the food, or the SNAP food supplemental nutrition assistance program and the Lone Star card, and what a direct positive representative of like SNAP. It's kind of like the thought of what food stamps was in progression, or at this point, I mean, it seemed to be like the big deal about the national anthems in a way of like a Abraham Lincoln's night vision, and ultimately getting to the national anthem and the first God, probably the first 16 bar pattern. I hadn't actually counted it, but I'm sure it's well within that count. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to get it real quick, think about if the lighting is going to be like good enough. Anyway, so there it is, yeah.